Under normal circumstances, it would be impossible to reach the technical section unnoticed while fully equipped. Luckily, the hallways are empty. Everyone is at the emergency meeting, deciding on the next steps. I have already made my decision and do not intend to wait. The signs in the sky appeared over an hour ago, and anyone paying attention is likely already on the move. These areas of our underground complex are second home to me. I spend all my free time here, so it takes me only a few minutes to assemble the prototype of the Sparrow, the project I have been working on. I quickly pack the translator into my pants pocket, and I'm ready to go. Nervously, I stand on the ledge, illuminated only by the moonlight, gazing into the darkness of the cliff. This cave is where we say farewell to the fallen, sending them back to the land they came from. I have no fond memories of this place. It's the most accessible launch position. I take a few steps back from the edge to get a running start, summoning the courage to jump. Then I hear the echo of hurried footsteps from the opposite end of the cave. In the darkness, I see only a silhouette and movements that I recognize all too well. He doesn't come too close. He knows I would feel threatened and leap without another word. In the dim light, his expression of seriousness. Worry is heightened by the shadows of his face. He wants to stop me and tries to do so rationally.
Adera, please, don't do this. There's no point. The council has already decided to send an expedition.
I don't answer. Amid the storm of emotions, I try to find the one that will tell me what's right. Anitas continues pleading.
I won't let you go alone. You can't face the enemy by yourself. You're risking your life for nothing.
I interrupt him. That's what we do. We risk our lives because we believe our cause is worth it. I can't just sit here. And you know that very well. Anitas replies.
Yes, I know. But it's too dangerous. It's not right to take risks at every opportunity. The art lies in making the right decisions, in recognizing the exact moment when taking a risk is worth it, not recklessly throwing yourself into an impossible situation. You're not ready to go out there. I need you here.
Anitas sees my hesitation and continues.
You're the last thing I have left. They wouldn't want you to take such a risk.
He just made a fatal mistake because our parents and the people I loved are the main reason I'm doing this. He just reminded me of that. In this very room, I said my final goodbye to them, and that's exactly what I did. They left my life, but in their place came anger, hatred toward those who took them from me. For years, that energy fueled my work and training, but now it's driving me towards something else. This is my chance to do something good, and at the same time, get my revenge. Revenge that I desire so much. It has become the purpose of my life. Burns inside me like wildfire. The expression on my face and my clenched teeth told Anitas I had made up my mind.
You don't even know if the Sparrow works,
he says, frustrated, throwing his hands up. Of course it works. It's my creation, after all, I replied arrogantly, turned, and sprinted toward the ledge of a kilometer-deep cliff. To be accurate, it is 1.7 kilometer deep, which takes 18.6 seconds.
Stop!
He yells behind me, and I hear his footsteps. He's coming after me, but I'm already at the edge. I pushed off with both feet as hard as I could and spread my arms wide. I feel like a bird, soaring in the breeze, surrounded by the night sky. After this moment of sensation, the infinite dark abyss of the cliff opened beneath me, and I started to gain speed, plummeting head first. I pull the first cord, which deploys large aerodynamic wings at my sides made of extremely light yet strong material. The lower part of the wings has hand grips that allow me to control it. I've been falling for 11.5 seconds, and if my calculations are correct, of course they are, I have enough speed. I pull the grips to adjust the angle of descent. I'm flying at an unbelievable speed. Through the tears in my eyes, I can barely see. And in the sharp, cold air, I struggle to catch my breath. For half a minute, I fly horizontally, high above the emptiness of the wasteland. Then I turn right, and as I fly toward the cliff, it's time to activate thrusters. This makes me begin to ascend, at first at a low angle, but I know I can't overdo it, or I'll lose too much momentum. From the container strapped to my back, the pressurized mixture began to escape gradually. It operates on the principle of a reaction engine. exponentially increasing in power. It gives me the force I need to ascend and soar over the edge of the cliff. I shoot upward in a steep climb, slowly spiraling just a few dozen meters from the cliff face. My eyes are locked onto the bright, starry sky as I continue to gain speed. A long, exhilarated, and joyful shout escapes my lips. Yeah! The system is performing beyond my expectations. In a single instant, the cliff face vanishes behind me, replaced by a vast mountainous landscape bathed in moonlight. I keep rising until I surpass the height of Traveler's Peak, which looms majestically in the distance. Then suddenly, the thrust of my engine cuts off, and for a brief moment, I hover in midair high above the ground. I start falling, which means it's time for the final part. The wings retract back into their original position on my back, and seconds later, a parachute deploys. I descend into the night. From this altitude, I have a perfect view of all of Aegis, the beautiful forests where I trained, hunted, and gathered materials and food stretch below me. I see the treacherous mountains and the vast plains shimmering with the distant lights of the city of Wardens. The smaller towns and villages are barely distinguishable. More importantly, I see moving clusters of lights entering forests. So I was right. The armies are on the move. My landing zone is a ridge that extends from the mountains across the land. This high ground is a tactical starting point to find the first of the descender. Just before landing, I catch sight of a faint band of light beaming from the sky into the forest. That is my destination.